Hello and welcome back to Calradia Expanded at War, and we are here at Takor Castle because of course Mr. Vashorki did not complete his siege here in the previous episode, and I don't even know whether he even weakened the garrison at all because it feels to me like he didn't at all. And we are now going to be heading in there ourselves and attempting to take it. Now bear in mind that with the advent of everything has a price, and because we obviously have it, it is going to be something heavily prominent in this episode, at least in my opinion, because I've taken a look at the various loyalties of our fiefs, and I believe Caravan Seth, Glintor Castle, Coolstart potentially, and a variety of other things are going to be having some issues with us, specifically. And so what I'm actually going to try and do is I'm going to try and trade these away so that I gain an overwhelming advantage by swapping these unstable fiefs for stable ones, right? I mean, hopefully that's understandable. So let's actually just take a quick look at that, because if you go into the clan screen, this is how you take a look at it without mods. You can look at loyalty through the improved garrison menu as well, but if you go here, you can take a look at your loyalty through this. So, for example, Sargeth is looking also kind of bad. So if I wanted to, I could trade Sargeth away for something a little bit more secure. Now, most specifically, Caravan Seth is having a problem, as you can quite clearly tell. 13 loyalty. That's really bad. Coolstart is also having a problem, only 22 loyalty. Everything else is looking okay, not too bad, but yeah, Caravan Seth is looking pretty awful. Epicrotia and Jernborg Castle, they're looking pretty bad as well, but not in the danger zone just yet. And Glintor Castle is also relatively low, as well as Seordus Castle. Now, these places, I'm going to be trading them, alright? I'm going to be trading them. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to speak to Durthart, because I've already looked and I've seen exactly what I want from him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send off... Yes, thank you very much for that. Yes, anyway, I'm going to send off a messenger to him, and I'm also going to not recruit any troops, thank you. I want to go into the tavern and ransom my prisoners, thank you very much. And now we're going to just sell the very nice, lucrative amount of loot that I have right there. Anyway, so once the messenger arrives, I will be trading with Durthart, because here's the thing. I want him to have more of a... I mean, I don't want to make it difficult for him, but I kind of want to make it difficult for him. So we're basically going to trade his fiefs for ours. But here's the thing. He has so many fiefs, I'm not going to be able to do this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give him Firth Castle. I'm going to give him Caravan Seth. Wow, he really loves that one, doesn't he? So I'm going to give him Caravan Seth. Actually... I'm wondering whether that's actually a good idea. I'm not going to give him Firth Castle, actually. I'm going to give him Caravan Seth and Glintor Castle, because they're right next to each other, and that makes more sense. So let's do that, and then we'll also give him 249,000 on top of that, and that's it. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to give him that. There we go. Okay, fantastic. So now, that is perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're also going to speak to Calatil. I was going to say Mr. Calatil, but no, Ms. Calatil. And we're going to be speaking to her, and hopefully that is then going to allow us a chance to trade Coolstad, Firth, and Takor Castle. And I want to trade those, and maybe Omor as well. Bear that in mind. We have a wide variety of different fiefs in this area, and it might make sense. So I'm thinking maybe Coolstad, maybe Omor, maybe Firth Castle, maybe Palos Castle, maybe something like that. I'm going to try and take Forin Castle if I can. I know that I did see, I think Caladog's army is in the area, so he might come over here and try to be a little bit of a nuisance, but hopefully he won't. If I'm able to, you know, maintain myself here, then hopefully we'll be able to very quickly get some siege equipment up, and we don't have to worry about him interrupting us. Oh, it's Prindor, actually. It's not Calador. Okay, I'm going to have to go in here without the battering ram. I did not want to do that, but it is necessary, I suppose. It is relatively necessary. Okay. What I'm going to do, we're going to speed up. We're going to do things very, very fast. There we go. Let's go. Let's get up the ladder right here. And I'm going to try and level up my crossbow skill. I personally would like to level up my athletics as well. I'm quite close to getting a skill that I really value, which is a thing that reduces fall damage by 50%. And I would love to be able to get that. So that's something that I'm going to aim towards. And so I really need to get a lot of kills on foot. And hopefully we're going to be able to do that. So I'm just going to stay on the ladder here because this gives me a really, really nice overview for overhead attacks. As you can see right here, we're just able to kill many, many units over and over again with overheads. And I don't even need to worry about, you know, defending or anything like that. Because it seems like most of the enemies are literally just ignoring me right now, which is absolutely perfect. That is really, really nice. I am taking some damage, however, unfortunately, but that is, of course, just a byproduct of things. Maybe I'm getting shot in the face or in the back or something. There are a couple of archers in the area as well, so obviously they're going to try and shoot me a little bit. There we go. How much? I don't even know how much athletic skill I have right now. I would love to be able to know, but I don't. Okay, there we go. It seems like we've cleared out the battlements, so now I should be able to get on here. Let's try and dodge. Oh no, I got shot in the face. I think I got shot in the face at least. Let's try and kill this guy on the ballista, because we really don't want him doing anything else. Thank you. Alright. Oh no, please don't. Oh, okay. No. Oh, in the neck. Oh, it wasn't in the neck. It was actually in the shoulder. I got shot in the neck before that. Okay, well, we can just zoom things ahead a little bit here, and then we should have a victory on our hands. There we go. There's a very, very swift victory. We did lose a whole bunch of people because, of course, I wasn't able to complete the battering ram, which I very much wanted to do, but, you know, needs must and everything. We did need to go in there as soon as possible and try to get things done. I will be taking all of the loot, and then we'll be showing mercy, claiming the Fief, and then we'll be waiting here for some time. Actually, I was questioning whether I should do that, because if I wait here for some time, they will probably decide to declare war. Ah, there we go. The rebels in Caerban Seth have now risen up against Dirthart, which is exactly what I thought would happen. And so as a result, we now don't need to worry about a rebellion for us. And instead it is, you know, Dirthart's problem. So we don't have to bother with that. Anyway, athletic skill, we're going to take strong legs because this decreases fall damage by 50%. It's fantastic. I love it. The alternative is giving 1 focus point to throwing, and troops in your formation have 20 plus throwing skill, which is absolutely fantastic if you are a throwing-based class or you are using units that use throwing skill, which I'm obviously not in this series. If you want to see a character that uses throwing weapons, check out the Berserker series. It is fantastic. I love using throwing weapons, especially when you have a great deal of throwing skill. Literally, you throw like a javelin at someone, and they are going to go flying. Like, the ragdoll effect is just hilarious. Anyway, strong legs, boom. Decrease fall damage by 50%. Oh yes, give me that. Okay, so Calatilde. Oh, what? Why am I speaking to Belgier? Why am I speaking to Belgier? You absolute imbecile. I don't want to speak to you. Okay, well, fine. I'll take Ox Hall then. I guess I'll speak to Belgier then instead. Okay, so we're gonna give him Firth Castle. We're gonna give him Coolstad. We're gonna give him Tackle Castle and Forin Castle, which I just took. I'm thinking about what else I should give him. Maybe nothing. Maybe 400,000. That's a little bit. I don't know whether I want to give him 400,000. That's maybe a bit too much. Are there any other castles that I could potentially give him? I could give him Garantor Castle. Garantor Castle is really far away, and I might not even be able to defend it, to be honest. So I'm thinking maybe we'll do that, because Garantor Castle is on the border between Azerai and Western Empire territory at the moment, and we are at war against the Western Empire at least. Jernborg Castle is having some problems too, so technically we could do that. Yeah. I'm thinking yes. Let's do that. There we go. And I'm happy with this. I am actually happy with this. Believe it or not, I think this is a perfect scenario for me, because here's the thing. The more we are able to trade for fiefs that are within inner Vlandian territories, the more secure we are going to be in the end. So, for example, I have Valuka and Oxhall now. I would love to get Pravend or Valenby, maybe. Who owns Pravend? Let's have a look. It's probably... Oh, it's Aldrich. He does not like us at all. He is not going to give me a good price for this at all, is he? Let's see what he says, eh? Let's see what he says, because I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, he might be open to something. It's highly unlikely. Oh, okay. So what? Why do I have Calatil now? I didn't send a messenger to Belgia, so that's kind of weird, right? Anyway, let's take a look here. All right, I'm gonna. Oh, she's happy to. What? Really? You're literally happy to trade for Epicrotia by itself? Huh. I'm thinking this is good, actually. Let's do this. All right, that's looking really nice. Okay, that's 700. Yeah, okay, I'm actually happy with this. I think this is, you know, you may call me crazy for doing this, but just bear with me, okay? Just bear with me on this. I think this is actually really, really good. Yes. I'm thinking this is looking nice. 200,000. Yeah. Okay. Boom. All right. Now that, in my opinion, is looking really nice. Diathma is something that I need to trade away as well. And maybe I can get... What can I get for that? I might be able to get Rovolt? Or... I could get Tyr, Osterken. Maybe Osterken? I'm thinking Osterken potentially. Heckard. Okay, yeah, he has 31 relation with us, which is a little better than Aldrich, so I will try him, but it's highly unlikely, I would say. Anyway, let's just move on. Okay, so Aldrich, we're gonna see whether he says, you know, that he's able to do this. Pravend. I mean, Pravend is such a fantastic fief, it's highly unlikely. Oh, he might be likely to do this. Wow. That's it? He's not willing to give me any money. He's not willing to give me any money? Are you sure about that? No, he is willing to give me money. What about the castle as well? He is willing to give me the castle too? Okay, wait a minute then. Maybe this is a bit too good. But Sargeth, as we know, has a relatively low loyalty. Diathma is okay in terms of its loyalty. Yeah, he wants Diathma the most. What if I remove this? That doesn't really do much. Well, what if I trade a bunch of castles then? What about Daldorn Castle, Swenrin Castle, Deneen Castle? That's looking pretty good, actually. That's looking quite nice. Let's see. That's 289,000. All right, let's do that. There we go. All right. Now, trust me, this is actually going to work out much, much better than you think. I think, at least. Maybe. Maybe, definitely. Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we now have a castle in that area as well. Where's that castle, by the way, that I just traded for? I have no idea where that castle is. I thought it was one of the new fiefs or something, but... there it is. It's right there. Okay, that's actually perfect. Okay, who owns Charis? That is in Gauther. He loves us, but he is not available at the moment. Okay, well, that's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, so what we are going to do now is, because the rebellion at Caerban Seth has begun, I'm actually going to go over there after we speak to Heckard, and I'm going to go over there and I'm going to see whether I can take it. So, Osterken, let's see whether I'm actually able to get this for Diathma. That is looking pretty good, actually. Not looking bad. Not looking bad. I could do this. I'd have to give him 682,000, though. I like this. I'm gonna do it. This may seem... Okay, now this may seem really stupid, and this may seem like I have gone absolutely crazy, but... Just bear with me. Hear me out, okay? Hear me out. My main reason for doing this, okay, is to try and reduce the amount that we have to be hands-on with my own fiefs, if you know what I mean. So I want to be a vassal that can concentrate on the greater picture of things. I don't want to be someone that literally is having to run from fief to fief to fief, dealing with loyalty situations. In other words, Caravan Seth, for example. This is not necessarily my responsibility to take care of. However, I am doing it nevertheless because I have a nefarious reason for it. However, it's not necessary for me to do that. You know what I mean? It's kind of an optional thing, so to speak. Revel, on the other hand, is something I will never ever trade away because it loves us for some reason. Why does Revel love us so much? 85 loyalty? No idea why. I really have no idea why they love us so much. Beluca is okay, Oxhall's fine, Valenby's fine, Jaculin's fine. Pravend might actually have a bit of a problem there. Yes, they have a bit of an issue, so I might have to find a governor for Pravend specifically. And we're going to start the siege at Caravan Seth. We're going to see whether I can even do this, because they have a very large garrison here, and they probably will be able to deal massive damage to us. I think they have an overwhelming amount of archers. Didn't I just see that? Yes, they have 220 militia archers, which is kind of scary. And if I'm unable to build my battering ram and one siege tower, then we may even be in more trouble than I think. You know, I'm actually kind of surprised that the enemy has not sallied out in this particular situation. I would have expected them to sally out almost immediately because they had such an overwhelming amount of people in the garrison here, and they do have a vassal outside as well with around 160 troops or something like that. So I would have expected them to come out very quickly and try and take us out on the fields of battle. Alright, so far so good. We haven't really lost any units at the moment. And I am just making sure that I keep a close watch on the battlements in this very specific area, because if we allow a lot of archers to get to their positions, we're going to have a very big problem. Obviously, I'm getting shot in the side right now, which is obviously not very nice. Thank you. And that actually brings me to a comment, by the way, where I think someone said, what was it now? I think you said that it was, it looked a bit ridiculous, the amount of arrows that were sticking in my shield or my body at that point. And yeah, that does look a little bit funny, I gotta say. I think from a realistic standpoint, obviously that's quite, it's quite amusing. And from a comedy standpoint, I find that actually quite funny. I actually like that quite a bit, but obviously realism's sake, yeah, maybe not so much. But you know, it's not that big a deal to me. But generally, I had an off-screen siege the other day, and I was literally running around, and I got shot from all manner of directions. And you know what happened? I literally had arrows sticking in my body from every single direction known to man. And I was still alive. Yeah, and from a realistic standpoint, obviously that's probably not going to be the case. You know, it would take, you know, 1, 2, maybe 3 arrows, and then you're probably done, unless, you know, unless it hits something like, I don't know, a leg or something, and you're a tough guy. I don't know, maybe. Very much depends. I think it's very much depends whether you're wearing something relatively armored as well, because if it gets embedded in your armor and doesn't hit flesh or any kind of critical organ or something, then I think you'll be okay. But obviously, it very much depends on your own pain threshold and so on. But yeah, that's definitely something to bear in mind. Anyway, oh yeah, get in there with the what is it? The Manavlion, right? Manavlion or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I love this. I love this polearm. It is so fun to use. And so effective as well, even in close quarter situations. It's crazy. I'm literally hitting their knees right now. I think I'm hitting their knees. That is actually hilarious. Wait a minute. Who's that guy? Is he? Oh, what? Do you see that? Did you see that fork go flying up in the air? That was hilarious. Okay. Not entirely sure what's going on there, but apparently someone Someone flung the fork into the air? I don't know. Maybe someone had it equipped or something and they decided, oh, it's time to give up the fork. That was amusing. Okay. Oh, I got shot by the ballista. Yep. Look at this. This guy. This guy is... Oh, what a mastermind. What an absolute mastermind this guy is. I had no idea that the angle of attack that this ballista had would effectively force the entire ballista bolt to go through every single person in that room. Because if you look at it, if I just slow this down real quick, imagine people are coming through here like they are right now. If you aim just so, straight through here, imagine the center of the screen right now, or the center of the video, you know, whatever you're watching on, imagine that is a crosshair, and boom, you're just shooting right through there with the ballista. That is going to do so much damage. I literally took 170 damage. I mean, no one is going to survive that. Really, no one is going to survive it. I mean, generally, I can almost survive it. I'm at 164 total HP right now. So, theoretically, I could survive it with a couple more levels, but I'm most likely going to have taken quite a bit of damage along the way anyway, so that would definitely make things much more difficult. Anyway, I'm just going to let these guys go for no apparent reason. I just don't really care about them that much, and we are going to now move away from here. We'll take the Fief. And then we'll ransom the prisoners fast, because obviously I had, like, what, over 400 of them or something, which is pretty crazy. And we can now sell our loot for 42,000. Bear in mind, I obviously have spent a lot of money doing various trades and everything. And as a result, well, I don't have that much cash anymore. But I do have fiefs, and as you can see, whenever something gets taken over in the way of a rebellion, the loyalty goes skyrocketing up all the way to 100, as far as I'm aware. And then it will slowly decrease over time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just slap a little bit of money in the treasury here. And then I'm going to do a couple of upgrades if I can, because obviously the loyalty is so high right now that the construction speed shouldn't be too slow. At least I hope it shouldn't be too slow. But I suppose we'll see what happens as time goes on. But... and now here's the Fiendish thing. This is the Fiendish thing that I was talking about earlier in the episode. Think about this. I have Seth, and I have... what else do I have? I don't really want to give away Revel, if at all possible. I do have Sionon. So Sionon might be something that I might want to trade away. Revel is certainly something I'm never going to trade away as long as the loyalty stays where it is. I personally love it. I love how high it is in loyalty for us. And so let me actually just take a quick look here. So I know I should probably go to the clan screen first, shouldn't I? So let's just take a quick look. Okay, so Sionon is absolutely fine. As you can see, it's at 50 loyalty. Revel's at 86. Valuka 78. Oxhall, yeah, these are all perfectly fine. Pravend is the worst at the moment, and everything else is okay. However, Seth, not so good. Not so good. So Ormondfard Castle, and the other one is what I currently have available. So generally, what I could now do is, if I wanted to, I could go over here and I could take this particular castle as well. So let me actually just take a quick look. Probably not. That's probably not the best idea. If I can take things easily, so let's say that I can, I don't know, let's say that Remtor Castle has a really weak garrison. I could literally just go in there straight away. I could probably go into Zemyan Castle right now, by the way, as well, really fast. So if I go in there, take that, I can trade Seth and Zemyan Castle, and I can literally just trade that for something. I could trade that for something like, I don't know, I own most of this now, actually, hilariously enough, but I could trade Galend, for example. I could own that, or I could own Rovalt, or I could own Tyr, or any of these places. And I haven't really done much to get them. And they're going to remain mine for a very long time indeed, because the garrisons there are very secure. The towns have been built up. A lot of the improvements have been completed. And I really don't have to worry about it. And that's the main reason why why I've started doing that. It really makes a huge difference, no? I think that this is a very nice way of doing things, because it also consolidates the amount of fiefs that I actually have to take care of, and I don't have to worry about, you know, loyalty problems, as I said before. Ah, Caer-Banseth has actually just come under siege. Okay, well that's absolutely fine, because I'm going to speak to the guy that owns Rovolt, whoever that is. Who's that? Cervic. Alright, let's see if I can speak to him before Caer-Banseth actually gets taken. Okay, hello there. Alright, there he is. Now let's see. Rovolt. Okay, I'm going to give you... Caer-Banseth. Look at that. He's perfectly happy to do that. How fantastic. That is actually remarkable, in my opinion. And I only have to give him 87,000. Okay. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. There you go. So we've now done a fantastic deal where Caer-Banseth is now no longer ours, and I now have Rovolt, which is over there. I have no idea how good Rovolt is, by the way. It could be an absolutely terrible fief, but it is better to have a fief than not have one, because obviously Caer-Banseth is now under siege. So very much depends on if it's going to be taken or whatever. But anyway, I'm really, really wanting to find a governor for Pravend. So until I am able to find one... Oh, also Pravend is not very built up at all. What? What has... Was it... Who owned this before? Aldrich. Aldrich was not doing anything. What an imbecile. I have no idea. Anyway, until I have gotten the loyalty up a little bit, I'm just going to be waiting here for some time. My parade skill's obviously going to be doing its own thing. But the landscape has changed significantly from the last episode to this one. And I'm actually going to show you a brief world overview at the moment. So you can see here, if you take a look at my banner, you know what my banner is. It's the golden bear on the red background. And you can see here that I own Valenby, Pravend, Oxhall, Osterken, Rovolt, Valuka, Jaculin, and Sionen, as well as Revel. And I don't own anything else, apart from 2 castles. And now here's the thing. If I wanted to, I could go over to Kulstad right now, and I could probably take that really easily. And I could go over to Forin Castle, I could take that, I could take Takor Castle, I could do all of these things, I could take all of those things once again, and then, what could I do then? Oh yes, I could trade them once more. Isn't that a crazy, crazy thought? Yes, indeed, I think it is. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.